My name's Caleb Purdy.
My name is Braxton Ray.
My name is Tyler Fox, and I'm a senior at Baton Rouge High.
And this is God's story.
And how he chose to use me in it.
I saw a lot of decisions being made that obviously weren't the right ones.
You know, we started becoming dissatisfied with what the world had to offer.
And with the world's way of doing things.
There wasn't much substance to anything that we really had at school.
I really felt this calling to just start a revival almost inside Baton Rouge High, an awakening of sorts.
Desperation for God to do something. The answer was prayer.
We started praying over the summer and
really digging into His Word for the first time.
About where He wanted us, what He wanted us doing, how He wanted it to be done.
Where iron sharpens iron, so does one man sharpen another.
The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Out of my desperation, I just prayed that God would send workers.
God really gave me eyes to see the hurt that was going on at our school at Baton Rouge High.
I was real idealistically passionate about what we were going to do and what was going to happen, but didn't have any direction really.
That summer, me and a few of my friends from school went to a Big Stuff conference with the chapel.
Tyler came up to me at Big Stuff and the theme was
time. And it was, what are you doing with your time? What is God calling us to do with our time? And it was so convicting for me because really what I was doing with my time was waiting. I was waiting till I was old enough to do something.
We have a God that's capable of everything.
Jesus tells his disciples, I just want you to go to the lost sheep of Israel. And to us, that's members of the church who are lost, lukewarm, struggling, straying. That's really where he started calling us.
God was calling us to just be different.
And we didn't know what it was going to look like, but we knew that we were living for a purpose.
We had a group of 14 people come together
for 15 minutes to pray.
At a tree in our school.
6:45, pray that God would send out workers into the harvest fields every morning.
People really began noticing.
We just started seeing the culture of Baton Rouge High changing. That was good, but that wasn't it. That wasn't enough because there was still no community.
God's really been working through the Awakening Club at Baton Rouge High.
There were people who got that, who got who we were supposed to be as disciples, and then wanted a place where they could just go to be encouraged and held accountable, and we didn't really have that yet. There were still a lot of people falling through the cracks. There were people who had questions and didn't really know where to go. So we put together a group of 14 just leaders.
Divided into separate ministries.
Who kind of filled in each other's gaps.
A ministry reaching out to people who really just don't know what they believe.
We have some people in charge of new believers who are just trying to figure out what this whole Christ life is about.
We're going to have a ministry reaching out to people who are pretty solid in their faith.
People in charge of really getting people plugged in to reaching out. People who are organizing events, outreaches, community events so that people can get plugged in. In each of those kind of areas, we have somebody leading a Bible study.
And then we're going to have a leadership study that holds us all accountable to one another and to God.
So that everyone at our school has an opportunity to pray for our school, reach out to the lost, bond with brothers and sisters. Our 4 main areas that we're focusing on: prayer, unity, outreach, and then connections. Just making sure people are connected into a meaningful community.
We're becoming the church inside of Baton Rouge High, and we're seeing lives change. Leaders start to come up out of a pack of youth. We're seeing youth start to become not youth, but Christians that are just younger.
I want God's will to be done.
I'm really excited about what is still yet to come.
Even though we're not going to be here next year, God is putting some incredible people in place to take the baton and to really run with it. Even now, it's not done. It's barely even gotten started. We see God preparing the way for what's going to happen.
The church comes in all shapes, sizes, colors, but it also comes in all different ages. The church is anybody that has that relationship with Christ and is going to be willing to follow it.
And our entire school is being transformed by the power of the gospel and nothing else.
This is
God's story.